Hello, it's me, obviously, and welcome back to another video. I'm really sorry I haven't posted any content recently. Been super busy and super lost my mojo to open anything. You can see it's all on the shelf behind me. I got one of everything from Black White, but I just feel I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what to do with it, but I'm sure I'll decide that in a future time. Probably now I'll open it all, so watch out soon. Anyway, you've come to see basically a very quick, it's not going to be quick, but an overview slash review slash let me tell you about my day at the London Card Show. It was Saturday the 16th of August, the London Card Show at the Somewhere Racecourse. And I just thought I'd give you a quick rundown on my thoughts, my impressions, and what we got, what we did, what we saw, etc. So yeah, what do you get if you're a VIP? Because I paid for a VIP access. I'm going to explain what I got for a VIP access and everything else. So I'm basically just going to go blur on my experience of my first ever London Card Show. So yeah. Basically got there with plenty of time. I think about 45 minutes before doors opened, and we were pretty far up in the queue of the VIP queue. They ushered everybody in. They opened the doors for our queue bang on 9 o'clock. So if you're arriving to get in at 9 o'clock, you probably still queued. I don't know. I got there early because I knew I'd be annoyed if I'd paid for VIP and I wasn't getting in earlier than 9:15 because that would tick me off. Anyway, so we got in, and one thing that was slightly irritating is not all vendors were set up and ready to go at 9 o'clock. So you've obviously paid to get in at 9 o'clock to do your shopping at 9 o'clock, but not all vendors were ready at 9 o'clock. So that was a bit weird. Because you've obviously paid to get early access. Anyway, you got a goodie bag, so I'm going to go through the goodie bag now. I'm going to tell you whether I think it was worth it. So I think standard entry is 10 o'clock, and I think it's something like 16 quid a ticket. And VIP entry was 9 o'clock, so you get an hour early access. You get a goodie bag, which I'll show you in just a moment, for an extra £30. You get access to a quieter room, which is like VIP sort of room, and it's got seats. It's just a separate seating area. There's plenty of other seating areas there, so but it was nice to go somewhere that was just a bit quieter, just to kind of later on in the day, me and Ash, my friend, we just kind of had a moment just to open some packs. So what do you get in the goodie bag? So you get a tote bag. So if you're into heavy advertising, walking around, then you get a tote bag. You get a bagoo. I don't know what this is. I'm presuming it's a foldable, reusable bag. I'm not going to open it, and I probably never will open it from this moment on. So we got that. We get a VIP lanyard to walk around to go. Oh, look at me! Look at me! I'm VIP. And we got Grail Guard top loaders, but I brought my own top loaders anyway, and some Voltex Ultra Soft sleeves, but I brought my own anyway. I mean, yeah, they're nice little goodies. And then inside, like a sealed pack, was a slab, and we were like, oh, we get a slab. No, so basically we got like an advertisement for AGS grading. Your prize, blue, free grading with AGS for one purchased card. I don't know. That was exactly the same as my buddy that was with me. Not going to use it. Basically because vendors already have graders that they will accept and sell. If you have anyone other than ACE or PSA, they're very reluctant to take your slabs off you. That's what we found out today. We got a PokeParcel sort of coupon discount, but I don't recommend these. A friend of mine spent 20 quid got absolutely nothing. A kid spent, I think, £13 on a. I've gone off topic now, but anyway, spent £13 on a vintage Poke Parcel, and he got a pack of Temporal Forces. That's not vintage. Anyway, got some leaflets. You get access to the VIP room. You get to go in an hour early. Is it worth £30 upgrade? No. Not for this. Not for this. But if you value the extra hour that you get, still it's not as busy, but it's still busy. You're still waiting to look at certain vendors and things. If you value that at £30 extra from what a normal ticket is, then carry on. I don't know. I don't think it's good value for money. VIP access. That's my opinion. What else? So yeah. So there's a very quick review on VIP access, and then you can make your mind up whether you think those things that I've mentioned are worth it. So the day in general, it was well organized. Everyone was super friendly. There was plenty of sort of food vendors, easy accessible toilets, clean facilities, and it was, I'd say it was spaced out enough for you to kind of get around. Downstairs, where all the Pokemon stuff was, there was a significant amount of sort of waiting for certain vendors, and it's mainly down to how vendors lay out their stand, their tables. If they've got loads of binders, then that gets pretty busy pretty quick, because there's just too many binders for people to go through. But people who have their cards on display, it's easy for everyone just to look, nothing that I need, and move on. So it's how much time and how busy it is really purely down to the vendors and how well organized or how well they're not organized. The vendors generally were super kind, super welcoming. We met some really awesome vendors who were open to giving us, a deal, knocking a quid off, knocking £2 off here or there. If you're just a bit cheeky and say, oh, come on, if I buy these 3 cards, what are you going to do? There were some vendors that I did avoid, just from their kind of their persona, their attitude when you engage with them. Some, not all, but some were very standoffish. Didn't want to negotiate. Didn't want to kind of interact with you and welcome. They didn't really welcome the idea of their prices. And you could tell they had so much stock marked up, and they're part of the problem of why Pokemon and the TCG scene is just in a really bad state at the moment, because you can see all these vendors with so much stock, and their prices are just astronomical. Anyway. You know, if you're a regular viewer, what I think of people who are buying simply to price high, and there were those kind of vendors there. However, that said, I've met some really awesome vendors, some genuine people who were there because you could tell they really loved what they did. They loved dealing with cards and other different products, and you could tell the people who weren't there to make make money out of you. They were still making money, but you could tell that they were happy just to, hey, I can see you want that card. I see you need that card. We'll do something for you on that. Anyway, it's just that it's something you can't describe. It's that feel of people and how you interact with each other. Anyway, so I should have jotted down some notes so I didn't miss anything, but I've discussed VIP, and you can make up your mind whether you think VIP is worth the extra £30. I don't. The venue was excellent, well organised. Vendors, on the whole, were really great. So yeah, I had a pretty good day. I got tons of cards that I needed, and in another video, I'll show you a couple of complete sets that we've now done. Cha-ching. I'm trying to think what else. I just wanted to kind of, while it was fresh, give you a quick blur of what the London Card Show is all about, and that's my take on it. And you can learn or not learn from my opinions. I don't think there's much else to say. How long is this? A 10-minute video? 10-minute video. Bumped into some influencers, I guess you could say. I didn't know they were at the time. Ash did. They were super kind, super generous. One in particular gave me her bulk of black and white, and she didn't have any pools. But I appreciate that. What a lovely gesture. And that's kind of now spurred me on to thinking I should probably open my stuff and just collect as much of black white as I can. And then if we hit big, then let's finish it. If we don't, at least we've got a binder of a half collection or whatever. So look out for 2 ETBs, 2 poster collections. No, 2 binder collections, poster collection and Victina collection. And 2 sticker collections, black and white, hopefully soon. But I'm not sure what format that's going to look like. It doesn't look like... So I love doing lives. I get the buzz from doing live openings. But I don't think it gets much traction on the channel, because when people visit the channel, they don't see the live videos. They see just the normal, ordinary, posted, uploaded videos. So I wonder whether my opening videos will be actual videos, and whether we just go live on a Friday night and just talk Pokemon anyway. Maybe I'll hold some packs back for some sort of opening. I don't know. That said, it was very cool. It was cool to be around Pokemon again today. It spurred me on. It made me think, do you know what? I probably could make a go of this if I really wanted to. But you know, life, kids, time, and all that make it tricky, to say the least. I'm going to love you and leave you. I don't think there's anything else to say. Wearing a VIP was pretty cool. For 30 quid. That's all I want. Just the lanyard. It was quiet after the last 2 hours of the show. It was really quiet. So probably just buy the 1 p.m. ticket and just go round 1 till 4. They should keep it open till much later than 4 o'clock. It closed at 4 o'clock. I think they should push it to 5. That said, we walked around the place twice. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. Like, comment, and subscribe, because the more you like, comment, and subscribe, the more I will do of this. I appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by. Much love and peace. Cheers.